My salary new job working as an associate scientist falls anywhere between 35,000 to 45,000 pounds. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to take the figure of 40,000 pounds and explain you guys that why will I only receive 30,000 pounds whereas my salary is 40,000 pounds. So in this video, I'll be talking about several deductions which the UK government make to your salary, and also I'll be letting you know like what does the salary of 40,000 actually means, what can you afford with the salary, what is the minimum wage in the UK, and how high is the salary as compared to the minimum wage, and how many people can afford to live within this salary. So without further ado, let's straight away get started. So in the very first part of the video, let us talk about deductions. Now there are two different types of deduction which your salary in the UK gets. The very first deduction is of the tax, and the second one is called national insurance contribution. First and foremost, let me explain you about the tax system in the UK on your salary. So now here in the UK, we have got a bit of a chart. So I'll be putting on the left hand side of the screen and I'll be reading on my laptop. So basically here in the UK, you can earn around 12,570 pounds tax free. So this is called your personal allowance, where you don't have to pay any tax at all. Let us say if you work in a part-time job and you're earning around 500 to 600 pounds every single month over a period of about 12 months. Let's say even it's 1,000 pounds, it will be a total of 12,000 pounds. So 12,000 pounds, you don't have to pay any tax because the personal allowance is 12,570 pounds, and actually you can earn around 570 pounds extra for that financial year and you don't have to pay any tax. And now comes the salary range where you have to pay the tax. Now if you earn anywhere between 12,570 pounds to 50,270 pounds, then you have to put 20% of tax. That's the money you need to pay to the UK government. Now what does this actually mean? Now let us say if your salary is around 20,000 pounds, now your 12,570 pounds will be tax free, and what's the remainder amount which will be coming on the right hand side of the screen? This is the amount of money on where you have to pay 20% of the tax. So it is not on the full salary, it is only on the amount which is higher than 12,570 pounds. And then comes the third category, which is called higher rate, where your salary falls between 50,271 pounds to 150,000 pounds, when you have to pay 40% of tax. Now again, in order to make it simple, if your salary is around 50,270 pounds, then you have to pay 20% on that salary, and any salary which is above 50,271 pounds, for that salary, the remainder salary, you have to pay 40% of the tax. And then comes the additional rate, which is over 150,000 pounds, when you need to pay 45% of the tax. So this was the deductions based on the tax. So this was the very first deduction which we wanted to point out. Then comes the second deduction, which is on the national insurance contributions. So now you might be thinking that I've already paid the tax, now it has got the development of the roads in the UK and various other things, public facilities, public transport. Now why I need to pay this national insurance? This is a question which even I had. So the point of national insurance contribution is to go towards the allowance. For example, when you become the citizen of this country, you might need allowance for the child benefits, you might need maternity benefits, marriage allowance. There are various different allowances which a UK citizen is allowed to get. In order to fund those allowances, for that you need to have this national insurance contribution, and also it contributes towards your pension scheme as well. Now comes the question, what is the amount of the national insurance contribution? Now here there's again a chart on the left hand side of the screen. It has got various different category letters, and it will be showing you if your income is around 123 pounds to 242 pounds per week, which is essentially 533 to 1,400 pounds a month, and it will be showing you how much percentage of your salary will be going to the national insurance contribution. Now in terms of the category letter, it just really depends upon what kind of person you are. I think it's dependent upon whether you're married, whether your apprentice is under 25, employees under 21. So there are different category letters. Based upon that, you'll be getting a certain percentage of your salary being deducted and going towards the national contribution. So till now you know like what are the two different deductions in the UK. Now let me come back to the figure of the salary which I took in the starting of this video, which was around 40,000 pounds. And I said I'll be only getting 30,000 pounds, and let me explain the reason. So for example, if you get 40,000 pounds, now the remainder salary, which is above 12,570 pounds, which is 27,430 pounds. That's the kind of calculation which I did, and then basically we'll be paying a tax of around 5,486, which is 20% of 27,430 pounds. So essentially after tax you'll be getting 34,514 pounds. Now after that, as I mentioned, you need to put some money into the national insurance contribution, which is compulsory. So national insurance will be around 3,634 pounds, and the salary which is left over is around 30,880 pounds. So your monthly salary based upon 30,880 pounds will be about 2,573 pounds essentially. So that's where your 10,000 pounds, approximately 9,000 something, goes towards these kind of deductions here in the UK. Now you might be thinking, is £40,000 of salary enough, like which is before tax, is it enough or not? So in order to understand this, you need to understand the concept of national minimum wage in the UK. So again, there will be a chart on the left hand side. So the national minimum wage is decided upon your age category. If you're between 21 to 22, it is around £9.18, and the national living wage is around £9.50. Now this means that if you're between 21 to 22, your employer has to give you a minimum of £9.18. It shouldn't go lower. So that's the kind of a right which the government gives you, that you need to be paid £9.18. But as an average, let us take a figure of £9.50, which is a national living wage. Now comes back to my salary, which is around £40,000, which I said in the starting of the video. Again, if you calculate it on per hour basis, it will be coming around £22 per hour. So this is a comparison. So this means comparatively our salary of £40,000, which equates to £22 per hour, is way higher than the national living wage, which is £9.50 per hour. And this eventually means that we should be able to afford the living expenses in the UK. However, this is the year of 2022 and the living cost has gone way higher. So in this video, I want to also share what will be your living expenses of one person like staying in the UK, so that you can get to know like what will be the saving based upon the £40,000 of salary. So the very first expenses which every household has is of a house. So you can either get a house or mortgage. You can buy that house and pay mortgage, which is essentially EMIs, what we call in the India, or the second option is to rent a particular house. And in terms of the renting, in order to have a good house which is of 2 bedroom, the average cost of an unfurnished house will be around £600 to £700. Now apart from this, you need to also pay your bills, which will be your council bill. Then because you're not a student, if you're a professional, you need to pay a council bill, but if you're a student, you don't have to pay the council bill. So you need to pay the council bill. Then you might be getting a Wi-Fi broadband at your house, you need to pay that bill. So you can just add on about £110 extra on top of, let's say, £600, which is a house which you have rented out in the UK. And apart from this, you have also got your food expenses, your grocery expenses, which you can easily come up to around £200 to £300 for, let's say, 2 people. Like these all figures are for, let's say, 2 people as an example. And the third very important expense is on your traveling. Here in the UK, we've got a very good transportation system, so you can feel free to use the buses, the metros, the railway lines, and all those things. Again, your transportation cost will be anywhere around £100 to £200 every single month for one person. So essentially, every single month you will be spending around £1,000, and this is kind of an expenses for like 2 people who are living in a 2 BHK house as an example. So essentially, you can multiply this figure by 12, so which equates to £12,000. So this will be your annual expenses. And as I mentioned before, we did the calculation, and annually you are earning after the tax, after you've done all those deductions, you've got £30,880. So you've got a really good saving which you can put towards your investing in the stock market, in cryptocurrency. By the way, there's a link for the free trade application where if you sign up to the free trade, you'll be getting a share between £3 to £200. You'll be getting one share, even I'll be getting another share as well. So feel free to use a free trade link. So you can do various other things with that saving which you've got. In my opinion, don't put that money in the bank account. If you put in the bank, the money essentially burns, so you need to invest that money so that your money eventually grows. So I hope this video was informative. Like this was a financial related video which I want to make on this channel. If you want more such videos, make sure to comment the topic of them. Moreover, you can also book one-to-one consultation with me in order to talk about anything related to study in the UK or work in the UK. For example, part-time jobs, tier 2 sponsorship, work visas, CV, cover letter, making them, editing them, giving you free templates. I do all of those things. So the link will be mentioned in the description box or in the pinned comment. So with this, I hope this video was helpful. Make sure to give it a like and also subscribe the channel for all such amazing updates. Cheers, bye bye.